Hey, my name is Joe Mattia. Thanks for tuning in. I'm recording today from my home in Mountain View, California, and I work with a tech startup here in the heart of Silicon Valley, Engager.com. We're an interactive video platform, and if you're interested in that, please feel free to send me a message. Today, I'm doing a book review by Walter Isaacson. It is the infamous Steve Jobs Biography. Let me start by saying that I highly recommend this book. Whether you're in the tech industry or not, there's several gems you'll get all the way through. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, obviously this is a must read. But if you are in the tech industry, specifically with a startup, you got to read this book. It's important. I know it's a big one. Take the time. Trust me, you'll love it. I fell in love with the guy. I found myself rooting for him the whole way through the book. Even though he's pretty well known for being kind of a dick at times, there's a part of him that I just fell in love with. Let me give a little history. My grandma actually mailed me this book. If you're following my blog, you'll know I moved out here to Silicon Valley from the East Coast about a year and a half ago to put my son in a private school. So although I knew a lot about the tech industry, Google, Facebook, Apple, all the major tech companies are right here in this area, this book really inspired me to get involved, and that's actually how I got to back into the tech industry. Was this book? It really inspired me to get involved in some way with this creativity and all the amazing people that come to this area. So I thank my grandma first and foremost for mailing this to me. It's a very unsuspecting way for me to get a book. It's not often. She's never mailed me a book before, so I believe in my life that I am guided, and if she took the time to send it to me, I should check it out. And as soon as I picked it up, I could not put it down. I really enjoyed this book. Even when I got toward the end, I started slowing down because I didn't want to finish. I mean, especially the guy's not alive anymore, so it's really the end of the story here, So it was a little sad to finish it for me. A lot of things I could relate to Steve. I mean, the entrepreneurial side of him is something I could really relate to. The perfectionism, the obsessive compulsiveness, and I really enjoyed. If I was to take one thing away, I'd say, going for it. No matter how it looks to other people or what other people might feel or say, it's kind of all irrelevant. If you get clear about what you want and you go for it with everything you have, that's fulfillment inside of you. And I feel like he really did walk that walk in a lot of ways in his life. It really didn't matter what others thought of him. Or maybe it did at some level, but it didn't stop him from moving forward and continuing on his path to do amazing things with everything he had, no half-assing it. So I really like that. It showed his genuine passion for doing things the best that he thought they could be done. On a personal note, I really enjoyed learning about his crazy dietary habits and how he would go on these fasts where he would only be eating carrots or apples or, just something crazy like that. And a lot of my life I've done, really abstract diets. And, any of my friends know that, if they're going to go out and eat with me, I'm pretty picky. I like to call it intentional. But again, just another inspiring thing to see that, great minds think alike, and maybe it's my ego, but I'd like to associate some of those obsessive compulsive patterns that he had with myself. Another really fun one is zeros and ones. So if somebody presented a product to him, it was either the best thing he had ever seen or it was totally shit. If they went out to eat, it was the best food he had eaten or it was crap. And I noticed that in my wife. We'll go out and we'll have a meal, or we'll go visit somewhere, and it'll be the greatest place we've ever been, or it totally fucking sucks. And that's kind of something I noticed in my wife, and I never really understood it completely about her. And then over and over, Walter mentions, how this was Steve's pattern, that it was either great or not. And so I have to commend my wife for having that amazing quality in her as well. So this is a great book. Highly recommend it. Really motivating. I mean, the most valuable company on the planet right now, Apple, or maybe it's the second one right now. But either way, just created by a guy who's completely insane, totally passionate, and really walked his own walk. I mean, go to the beat of your own drummer is, I think, the moral of this really long story. And just put the blinders on. Whatever you're going for, go for it. If you've read this book, please post some comments. Tell me what you got out of it. If you haven't read it, go grab it and post a comment. Tell me what you think. Thanks for tuning in once again. I'll check back with you in a week.